Hello, the first thing we are going to install is SAM. For that we go to the SAM page. Let's look for the download button for Windows. We wait until the download is finished. We open the file. We remove these meshes. We give you the OK. Next, 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 next. We remove this flag. Next, next. Once the download is finished, we give you here to allow access to firewall, and we open the control panel. Let's start Apache, and we start MySQL, which is for database in local Laravel mode. We give allow firewall and we give OK, and here no more. Next we're going to install Composer. To install, we search for the Composer in the browser or search engine. Let's go for the first result, which is Composer page, and let's go where it says download. Now we give it Composer and we download the installer file. Once the download of the file is finished, we double click it and the installer is opening. So we give to install all users. We give you next. Important to add a path, the PHP path. We give you next, next, install. Once the installation is complete, we give next, end, and ready. Now let's install Visual Studio Code. For that, we are going to look in the Visual Studio Code in the browser. Let's give in the field result. Click in the field result. Visual Studio opening here, and we give in the download. Once the download is complete, double click in the file, click in the agreement, next, 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 create icon here, next, install. We expect the installation to finish, and he asks to choose a theme. I chose the white, you choose the one you like most, and I fix here little importation, and now click the icon folders. So the next, finally, I'm going to install Postman. To install Postman, search Postman in the browser, go to the field result, Postman apping, look there for the download button Windows, and in my case it's 44 bits. Done. Double click in the installer. Once it's finished, yes, I click in the skip and go to the app and organizing a little. Now I'm going to create the first Laravel example. For that, I will create a folder in my documents for my projects when I have everything organized. I'm going to shift and right click and open the PowerShell window. Here I'm going to paste this command, and this create a folder for me in projects called example app. I'm going to open VS Code, and I'm going to drag this folder, and we'll have the folder open. I will trust the authors in this message, and here in the env file I'm going to put the data from the local database. For this, I will first create the first database. Let's go here again. Let's create in admin. Once phpMyAdmin is open, I will create new. I'm going to call Laravel API. Yes, the database is already created for me. I will do nothing else for now, and I'm going to paste the name of the database here so I can do my local management. Now let's test the Laravel application works. For that we are going to write PHP artisan serve and copy this and paste in the browser and enter. And we see that we are loading the application of the Laravel, so it's work well. Now let's create a first table. To do this, let's stop the application with Ctrl C. Let's create with PHP command artisan make migration data table. Then you go into there is going to create a table in the database, a migration. We are going to modify the migration file, this. I'm not going to use timestamp function. I'm going to delete this field, and I'm going to paste the two that I will use. Type string, one is name, the second is type. And now let's use the PHP artisan refresh. Okay, I don't give the autosave option of this. I'm going to autosave, and the command again refresh, and all is good. There I'm going to create tables in the database. I can check it directly in the database here in local mode. Open the local host. Here at the Laravel API, I have the data in another tables that the Laravel use. I'm going to look the data structure. If see the three columns were created, this name type correctly. Now we must create the model to control PHP artisan make control data. There it been recording correctly. We go here to the app models, and I believe it's my model data. Here I'm going to paste which like standard practically, and here the file that we're going to modify and disable timestamp. Yes. Now I'm going to create my controller that is called API controller. For now I'm not going to modify. Configure the route. Now I'm going to modify the routes. For the routes, I look here for the routes. I'm going to import my driver, that is this, my controller, sorry, and I'm going to create three routes, which are the three routes, which one is create, the second is delete and get, and the functions that I will call in my controller. So API controller is the things that I imported, and these are the functions that were called with the route is called. So I'm going to copy them and create that functions in my controller. The controller will be in the HTTP controllers, API, and API controllers. I'm going to import the model that I create from the table. It's in the app models, and it's called the model data. Yes. Ready. I'm going to list this. I'm going to paste what I copied from the routes. Ready. And let's create three functions that are exactly the same. For that, I sustain in Alt cap. I'm going to edit in time in three different lines. I'm going to write public function, and in the other hand, we're going to create that function with brackets. Yes, we always return in any case, so a JSON type response. JSON that it will have the following status, and example 1, and a message that will be different for everyone, but single to put data, which is the table that I'm modifying. To finish here I have an error, a semicolon. Yes, ready. There with three models. Let's start with the get. What is the easiest? for that we are going to do the variable data response, the data get, to obtain all the data in the model. I'm going to pass the data response to the data variable in the response. So I return this data response, yes, and let's try this. For that I will run the command serve again, and but let's try it. We open the Postman, yes, we create HTTP request, we paste the address, we add the /API / and the route that is created for us in the route file. So you can search that, and I copy the get part, data get, and go to the Postman API again. That is the method get. The method is get again, and I paste that information. Go to the headers, add accept an application, a content type, sorry, and for the two we're going to select application JSON. I read ready, we give you send, and he returns that they asked for the release. I needed the data type in the action, I will include. So in the controller, data create, data get, sorry, data delete, and data create. Okay, in the data create, I'm going to pass first is the capture the data that I request through the API, and I will paste this data create, basically call our model. That is the first thing, and next I will replace in the model the name, the type with the name and the type in the request, and next I'm going to save in our database, and in the response is going to call only data create successfully. Let's try it. Go to the Postman API, create a new HTTP request, and let's copy and paste the last request that we have. Copy that and paste, and let's change the final part to create. Headers the same as before, accept and content type, and the two are the same. For the application JSON, I only type GS, and I select the application JSON. Next, we're going to need a body with the data that is going to be the request. So I'm going to make a JSON with the name, for example car, and a type, for example blue, yes, and we're going to test. This get an error, and the error is because I use the get method in the post method. Remember, in the root sets the method that I will use. So I click send again, and you see that I create successfully. So it's going to find, we're going to prove in the get, data get, and you see that the data is here in the get method, and we can see in the database. So going to page my admin and going to the table, and if you see, here is car and blue. Now let's create the delete method. To do this, we have to check the ID first in the request that we capture. So I copy the request part and paste in this function, and I'm going to see if the request have this, and else if not, in this case I will return a response. So in negative case I will return a response, in positive case I will return a response, obviously different. So in the else part I will respond data not found, and the other is successfully. data delete successfully. I need to search in the model if ID request is exist. So is the part that I put in if, and the next, if it's true, I will delete the data with the ID that is found. So this is no more. I have an error, and it's because I forget to copy this closing part of the response. So I copy that and paste it in here. Error is gone, and we can test our delete function. Go to the Postman API, copy again, like the create one, and paste here. Okay, modify the final part to delete. Don't forget the modify the method, in this case delete. The same as set, a content type, I make faster, and the body only need the ID. So the ID is 1. Okay, let's try. You see the ID is 1, yes, because it's the only data that I create. So I going to test that exists, and now I'm going to delete. Test the delete. Yes, data delete successfully. We're going to the test that is gone, the data, and yes, you see there's no data from the response. We're going to make again the API, and you see that data are not found because the ID one is not created. Now let's go to the cPanel to pass the production part. Let's stop the application. Now go to the cPanel to create our database. Go to the database panel. Yes, and we create a Laravel API database. We give you back, and we will import our local database. That's we go to PHP myadmin. We will our database, click in it, and we open PHP myadmin local. We chose the database. We give to export. Okay, we choose continue, ready, where the field has recorder created for us. Now let's go to the cPanel, import. I choose the file. Here is in download, the mine. Our file was tables, create, continue, and the tables are created correctly. Now create the database cPanel user. For that, we're going to MySQL database. We're going to create here the credentials are known, and we're going to create a user that is going to call admin. For example, the password is better create auto generate password. So click in this button, copy the password, and I will paste in the env file in our project. So he searched the env file, the passport part of the database, and now the database username. Okay, I put this and use password, and I will copy the username. Now I will copy the name of the database, that is this. I will copy and paste in my env file. Okay. Now let's create the user. I didn't create that, so click on the button create user. Go back. Okay, and let's assign the user to the database. So select the user, select the database, and add. Give all the permission, all the access, and make change. Okay, we are created our user in the database. Now we will upload our files to the file manager. We're going to compress the project folder and upload here in public HTML. Here is going to just drag and drop and paste it, and the file is uploaded. I'm back in the example. I going to extract and give him in extract and delete this. Okay, give it close. I'm going to create here. I'm going to review example. There is everything. I'm going to create a folder that is going calc class at the root. Okay, there is create. I'm going to the public HTML. I'm going to set up show here hidden files. Ready. Here we're going to see if the env file is here and select everything. Again, select everything with shift, and with the control I select the rest. I give in the move and select my classes folder. Ready move. They are already moved. In the public I select all and move to the root of the public HTML folder. Let's go to the public HTML. Ready, we eliminate the example, so it's the to come to waste, eliminate or delete, avoid, garbage, confirm. Ready. Now here we'll go to the PHP index to modify. We'll look where it says vendor and added classes to it. Done. Same here in the bootstrap and add classes. Correct, accept. Let's check our version of PHP in our cPanel. We're going down and search to the multi PHP administrator. We choose the latest version in the PHP. In my case is 8. Ready, apply correctly, and let's see our website. It's working. Okay, I had to copy this and let's try in the Postman the API if it is running correctly. So I will replace this part and click send. Okay, it's returning my message. It's good. I'm going to create a data, so I will replace that. I will send the same information. It's created correctly. I'm going to see if what is the data. You see the ID is 2 and the other information. And I'm going to test the delete part. So I paste my address. I send and data not found because the ID is 1. I change it to ID 2 and it's working. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe for more direct and concise videos. Thank you.